in the studio. So, gentlemen with me in the studio, over the CBN and the House of Reps tussle, the CBN had actually come out to clarify and state that the old series of 200, 500 and 1,000 Naira banknotes will still remain valid indefinitely, refuting claims that the notes will cease to be legal tender by December 31st, 2024. Now speaking on the new Naira notes versus the old Naira notes, some citizens have actually come out to say that taking out the old Naira note and focusing on the new Naira notes might just in a way help our economy as a nation. How do we react to this?
Well, I don't know how that. I'm not an economist, but
okay.
I don't know how that help. It's just that some of these old notes are very, very bad. Okay. So when they give you and it's mutilated and all of that, so we expect that since 2022 when this 2023 when it started, that they should have been able to wrap this up. It should not continue in the ad infinitum. So we are entering into 2025. So the CBN, whatever policy, whatever they have to do, if we are going to remain with the new notes, they should have enough of those new notes by now, because this is going to look like 3 years of this policy that is when it started. So how long does it take for them to take out the old one and replace with the new one? And if they want us to use the two together, they should take away those that are, somewhere when they give you those notes, you don't want to touch them. They are very bad that you will be wondering, how do you spend
Isn't it high time we just have the new notes?
That's what I'm saying, that it's not time enough for this policy to be wrapped up and for the new notes to be in circulation enough. And, a lot of people don't even carry cash. I don't remember, because with this fintech, it's so easy to do transfer.
Which I think was the idea in the first place, cashless policy.
Yeah, so that with cashless policy, with the fintech in the business, and so people don't really need to carry, so they should be able to do and make these new notes enough in circulation for us to be able to transact.
Right,
I think it just shows that Nigeria is just trying to show itself or herself as a country that's major in minor, because as far as I'm concerned, all things are not even issues that should be discussed on the floor of the Nation Assembly. Because, look, I'll give you an example. Some 10, 15 years ago, I think, when the Naira or the dollar exchange rate had not been this tough, I had an old a dollar note, and I wanted to change it. And the guy looked at and said, "Oh, this is old dollar. Therefore, he wants to give me
a smaller amount."
And I told him, I said, "No." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "They've changed this one in the US long ago. They don't use it again." I said, "Okay, thank you." I connected it back, and I went back. Luckily enough, a year or two after, I had cause to travel to the US, and in my mind, my heart was shaking that I hope I won't give it there, and they will now arrest me and say, "But they collected it, and there was he even put, in fact, the time he was putting it under their mercury, my mind was doing this. He collected it, and so by the time I now got the new one, and I compared, and I said, "Oh, okay, it's true." Nobody made any fuss about it. And that one, I think they've changed it almost 3-4 years before that time. So now, the UK, they have the king on their pound now, and the queen is still. They are going pari passu. So what they do is that there will be no any announcement that so day you will not be. Even if you have it in 5-10 years time, I'm sure you are still going, because a country's money is its legal tender. The only place where I think that the central bank or anybody should raise an eyebrow is if I now bring maybe the 50 naira of those old time, and I've now bring 100,000
of it.
pack of it out, then they should ask me,
Yeah.
where have you been? But if it is just 150 naira, 1 naira, what is the feels about? There's no need to say that they must put a deadline. No, there's no need for any deadline. Because now, the old 1 naira note that has the about Macaulay picture on it. When my father died and we were packing his things, I saw about 50 of it.
Wow.
But they've changed it. I still have it in my collection now. So now, if for, and we know all these things happen. We know old parents or old who keep money,
yes,
and so on. There are even some that you will see that it has been changed. And even you that you are not old, you may discover it at home one day. The 1 naira that I'm talking about now, I think I have about 50 if I'm not mistaken. They are still in my possession up till now. I'm not taking it to anywhere because I know if I take it to the any bank now, they will look at me and say, where did you get this? You know, that kind of a thing. Yes. So I don't think there should be any debate over it that the naira has been changed, then you must, before this date, you must change it. The only exception that should happen is if in 2-3 years' time, somebody now brings out 100,000 or more than the normal, what you can know that is. So there's nothing wrong with it. The National Assembly should not debate that on the floor of the House. The central bank itself, I think the central bank had even issued a statement. They shouldn't bother themselves about saying it is the legal tender until so. That was what led. You know how many people died when Emefiele brought this thing? Those things. How many people have died in the UK now? In fact, most of them don't even remember that they've changed the thing. They just continue spending it. Oh, one day they will get, it's King Charles that is on the note now. Oh, no longer Queen Elizabeth and all that.
That's what we show you.
That's exactly.
And I think that the government or the CBN or the banks should know how to manage this. That when you want to take out these old, you make sure that you don't return to the market. We are withdrawing them. Gradual withdrawing them. That when they come back to you, you don't release back. You don't pay back.
No matter how new.
No matter how new, you start taking it away and replacing them with
a new one.
And over time, you will not find it.
Phases out. All right, and that time just ran so fast. Time just ran so fast. Well, we just have to wrap up the show for today. Thank you so much, Dr. Yinka File, who is a seasoned journalist. Thank you so much for being here. And I also have Dr. Felix Lorinda, public affairs analyst and a certified protection professional. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and thank you so much to all our viewers out there as well who are part of the program today. My name is Nenwangi Mazaka. Do keep a date with us same time, same station here in Galata TV for more interesting reviews. As for now, goodbye.